Oh man, glad to get a win in our home opener of the new improved Vaught Hemingway, Doc Hollingsworth Field. It was. I can tell that I believe that's going to be a nice place to play in on a Saturday evening or a Saturday afternoon in one of these SEC rivals that we'll have coming up in the near future. So I'm excited to get home and get a win on a short week where preparation was very difficult, particularly for this offense. Couldn't practice cut blocking, lost a full night's sleep on the Tuesday night plane rides and stuff back. So it was a difficult week, and I thought our kids came out with an edge as far as to take control of the game early, particularly offensively. And I thought defensively we did really well early on. And then they did a few things that we hadn't seen this year on film that we had to make some adjustments to. But all in all, I thought it was a solid effort.
All right, raise your hand. We'll bring a microphone to you if you have a question.
You saw DK on crutches and move. What's the prognosis?
Yeah, he broke his foot, so we'll be without him.
Before he goes down with the injury, it was his second touchdown score in as many weeks. Had he become somewhat of a red zone favorite for Chad?
He absolutely is a red zone. We really felt good about him in the red zone.
You said he's out.
I haven't talked to the docs about how long that is, but with the way the rules are, with him being able to get a red shirt, I would doubt that we would. I would never say never, but I would doubt that we would try to make that happen and try to save that year for him.
You got an opportunity to play a lot of guys today, and you said after the Florida State game you needed to see some tape on some guys. And I know you hadn't seen the film, but did anybody stick out to you?
Oh gosh, I don't know. It's hard to tell out there, particularly against that offense. You're throwing a lot of kids out there, but just the fact that you're getting to play kids that pay a price and sacrifice to practice all the time and not get a lot of game time, I love that. I love seeing kids get in there and play that typically don't get an opportunity to. And we'll have to watch some film. I know I heard on the headsets there were some positive things about G-Mac and Sean Curtis and Ray and defensively Street looked pretty good out there too. So I'll have to watch the film, but it's always great to play a lot of kids.
Jason got some significant time too in terms of quarterback snaps. To see him in game action, what are your immediate impressions of what he did?
I thought it was pretty solid. I thought he finished runs forward. Very important for us on short yardage. Thought the touchdown he threw to AJ, that was a corner fire, and it wasn't a pass play, it was a run play, and for him, he saw that and didn't hesitate, saw exactly what was going on, and did exactly what he should do. Thought on the fade ball there at the end that he's just a second holding on to it, just a second too long. So we got to speed that clock up in his head a little bit.
Any update on Victor Evans?
No, I don't know about that one.
Okay. And then Derek Jones didn't dress out. What's his status?
He's been held out for violation of team standards. He and I are working through it, and love that kid. But he'll should be back soon, hopefully.
Hugh, how important was it for Chad just to come out and play well, protect the ball, and just have a good game?
I thought that was really important. Thought he did well. What was he like? We quit throwing it, but I think he was like 20 of 27, and pretty solid day for him. I thought that was important, though. He needs to get back to where he was, those last 7 games of the way he played. And I thought today he was pretty sharp.
Are you telling us anything about Shea by not playing him today?
Again, it's week to week. I sit down every week and have a conversation with him, and he's certainly talented enough to play. But I just think, we again discussed it this week, and, playing him in mop-up duty is probably not the smartest thing at this juncture. So we'll keep playing it week by week. So I'm going to keep saying that. But we're going to sit down every week and just evaluate it. We believe he is a bright future, and just don't want the year, if he's not the guy, and he may become the guy. But if he's not the guy, we don't want to look back and say, you know, we sure wish we had him for the full amount of time.
Coach, did you feel like that short rest took any effect on the guys' legs at all today?
The what now? I'm sorry.
The short rest, do you feel like that?
Oh, there's no doubt it did. You can't miss a night of sleep, and I can. I can't wait till tonight. I'm taking whatever the trainer will give me to let me sleep tonight. I've been up all week, seems like, and I know that the kids hadn't been that, but you can't. It was a very physical game against a very talented team. It was emotionally draining. You get back at 4 a.m. and you know, it's hard. You can't make that time up.
We saw mainly Akeem Judd from the backfield. Bradley got some carries. Penniman came in later. What were your kind of thoughts on the overall running game?
You know, I'll have to watch the film to see, you know, what was there. I thought Eugene had some really good vision on some runs and some really good cuts, and I thought DK did also. Blue, I thought, finished a couple runs. Seemed like, though, that he probably didn't have as good of seams to hit, it looked like at times. I thought Judd was pretty solid, too.
We'll take questions up top. Coach, what did you think about A.J. Brown today?
Man, was really good on the corner fire. I'm trying to think. Thought he had a chance at that post route. I'll have to watch the film. He typically makes that catch in a one-on-one situation, so I'll have to see if the corner made a great play or if he should have finished it. I'm not sure what else, man. I can't. My memory. We got so many guys that we threw to, seems like, but you know, AJ's a special talent. He and DK and Trey Nixon, those three freshmen that we signed, I think are as good as any in the country at receiver at the last year's receiving class.
Back down low.
With DK out, does that open the door maybe for trade now, or?
No, we're still okay right there, I think. You know, Lodge and String and Quincy, you know, outside, and we can move Evan around too, and you still got Van and Markel and AJ outside too. So we're still, you know, deep enough there. Probably wouldn't do that to Trey right now either. And then you got DJ that will be back hopefully, and depending on what we do with him.
Coach, I know you said you're going to explore your options at corner. Just what did you see from Jalen Julius this week?
Yeah, you can't tell by this week. I mean, all they did this week was line up and play man and run 50 yards and then run back most of the time. So it's hard. It would be very difficult for me to give you a judgment on how any of them played. We didn't have a long enough week to put anything else in, so they just ran down the field and ran back most of the night.
All right, any other questions? All right, thanks, Coach.
There's
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Just kind of your initial thoughts on Alabama, how much you've seen of them, how they're different this year from maybe
got
the
to
last
watch
couple.
their first game, and it was one of the announcers of the game, Herb Street. I texted him. I said, "Ouch!" You know, they just. Hey, again, you don't know. I mean, you know, I don't know. You don't know a lot about other teams this early in the season, but they look fast. They look faster than they've been being on defense. Maybe offensively, I thought that quarterback could move around pretty well. I hadn't seen how they did today. I look forward to watching that one. That should give us those guys at Western do a good job scheming. So we'll see kind of how that one went. If you tell me it was 70-3, I'll say another ouch. Yeah, so, I mean, we got our hands full, but it's a great opportunity. It's not one that we've been afraid to take on before. We kind of relish that opportunity. Have no idea how it will go, but we got them at home. And great respect for their program and what they've done, and we look forward to getting ready for it.
All right, anything else? All right, thanks, guys. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.